Every August, we update American workers' satisfaction with various aspects of their jobs. And the one thing I would note is that when we look at those who are completely or somewhat satisfied, over half of workers are satisfied with every single thing we ask them about, even including pay, which, as I'll show you in a moment, is at the bottom of the list. So, and this has been the case now, as long as we've been asking these questions, basically workers seem to be relatively satisfied with their jobs. There are differences, however. Let's look at the top 3 things out of the list that we gave Americans, which they told us they were satisfied with. Again, we're looking here at the percent who say completely or somewhat satisfied. At the very top of the list, physical conditions of your workplace. In other words, people seem to think their environment is okay, followed by relations with coworkers, and then the flexibility of your hours. Those are at the top of the list. Let's look at the bottom. I already hinted at what we're going to find here. Pay, the amount of money you're paid for what you do, that's at the bottom of the list. 28% of Americans are dissatisfied with the amount of money they earn, but let me just say again, that's a fairly low number. That suggests, as I mentioned, that the majority of workers are even satisfied with their pay. The other 2 that are at the bottom of the list are the amount of on-the-job stress in your job and the retirement plan that your company offers, but again, relatively modest levels of dissatisfaction. A lot of people ask us, has there been a change year to year? Compared to August of '08, we've had the recession, the giant economic upheaval here in the U.S., and our bottom line is, carefully analyzing the data, not a lot of change in all of these worker satisfaction items comparing last summer to this summer. One would have thought there would have been some shifts, but there have not been. Let me just give you one example here. Job security. What's happened to that? Well, it fell a little. Actually, this probably changed as much as any that we looked at. Look at the numbers here. 80% of American workers are satisfied with their job security right at this point. Last August, 86%. So that's down slightly. But again, that's not a dramatic fall off given what's happened to the job market from last August to this August. Bottom line, American workers generally satisfied with what's going on at their office. They particularly like their environment and their coworkers. And if there's anything they would change, it would be, this is no great shock, to make more money. I'm Dr. Frank Newport, editor-in-chief of the Gallup.com.